Now, the Game On options are where you control your user's experience. This is so important to get an idea of how you want to wrap your head around the game. Okay, for me, these are how I'm running my options. And you can click on these individually, click on them here. I'm just going to work right through these in order. Now, the admin user is your email address, but for whatever reason, I think the reason is because the subscription's inactive, it won't let that email address remain there. That'll get fixed. Don't worry about it, but that's where your email address goes, not mine. Stats panel is where all the users get all their info about everything they've done in the game. Call it whatever you want. You can change this name later. It's not important to change it right now. As far as tasks go, this goes all the way back to the beginning, and I have never called these I don't know of anyone who has. So people call these missions and adventures and whatever you have. For me, it's just quest and quest. It's important to have the singular and plural because they're used correctly depending upon how this is being displayed. And hey, the home link and the player bar. If your site is entirely your game, it's nothing but your game, I'm keeping my MacLab website. I'm still debating. I'm thinking I'm going to have a home page. This you can always change later on too. Okay, the stage name. You can have multi-stage quests where kids encounter chunks of information. So you can name this whatever you want and change it later. Same for the optional task in the bonus stage. Not really that important. The map, you want it on. The map is one of the coolest things. It's how the kids find all the quests. And actually, there are maps. So what I want to call maps in the menu at the top of the page, what the kids see, is quests, because those are links to all their quests. And the title is Quest Maps on the page where the maps appear, because that's what they are. And then the link, how do you want this directed? And I just put maps because that is grammatically correct for how I'm using it. Again, don't worry if you can't wrap your head around this right now. Just go ahead and use these terms. Or if you really just want to call the store where kids are going to spend their loot, well, go ahead and call it the store. Okay, I want to keep the menu name short, the page title more explicit, and the store link short. So that's why I chose those names. Badges, achievements, whatever you want to call this, they're great. They're a huge motivator for some kids. Change the name here if you want to call them something different. Okay, groups. These could be professions. You can come up with your names to match what it is you're going to do. And again, singular and plural. And then the leaderboard, I just changed to scoreboard. And you can turn all these things off if you're not using them or don't want them. Now, the master password, you can set this up to unlock locked quests for certain students. I've not used this yet. Mick uses it all the time. This is, season for taste. What works for you? If you put a master password in here and never use it, well, nothing's going to go wrong. But I caution you, make this password as secure as possible. You don't want any kids to be able to guess this thing. And that means you can't sit at some kid's computer and type it in. You're going to have to do this across the network. Okay? So just a word of caution. That video is long enough, so let's come back for another video for the next step.